Hey there. My hair is looking pretty shit today. Yo, yo, yo. It's the morning and I'm up. I got the kids off to school. But I am so beat up feeling. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to tell a story that relates to this post I saw, but I don't remember exactly what it said. It was something about and I don't remember who posted it either. It was something about Alice in Wonderland. You walk around, like when you're an autistic person, you walk around like Alice in Wonderland, believing in all these things, like that things are going to be fair and stuff, and like that the government is here to take care of you. And like people are looking out for each other's best interests, just ridiculous. It really struck me because I was like, I think some of those type of things, like, I'm really trying to still defend in my head quite a bit. Like, that people are good. People are just good. I really do think that. And, like, some people well, in a sense, I know that it's not really true. Because I know that, see, it's kind of hard for me to even conceive of. I know that people are multidimensional characters, right? Like, you're not a good person or a bad person. You're both. And everything between. Like, all of that, all of that are possibilities that exist within you. Like, certain people aren't a monster any more than anyone else could be. Or maybe they are, It's an interesting line of thought. But anyway, so to talk about this, I thought what I should do is tell a story about something that happened that kind of busted my dream world there a bit, where I thought everything was fair and like, you know how sometimes the rich guy wins? You know how it's like a classic, like the rich guy comes along and tries to push around the poor folk, and then the rich guy wins, and the poor folk have to fuck off. Well, that's what it was like. I mean, like, I know things like that happen. Like, obviously, yeah, you can make things happen with money, and I don't have it. But, so, this is what happened. Not to, like, go into the detail. I'm not trying to diss anyone or anything, but, so, I had been at the house. And then I saw there was this disputed right-of-way. So, there's a house, and then there's a lot behind the house. So, the driveway leading to the lot behind the house is a right-of-way that goes to the house beside it. I know, this is kind of confusing. But anyway, so the only way to access this back lot, which we owned, was by this right-of-way. And it had been blocked by our previous neighbor, which was really devastating for us. And then, this developer bought the land that also used the right-of-way. Like the house with the driveway, except it's not a driveway, it's a right-of-way. So then he wasn't letting us pass, and I was there alone at the house, in the front lot, like the grandmother's house. And then a truck showed up with cement blocks, and I knew exactly what was going to happen when I saw, like, I heard the truck, the big truck coming, and then I saw these 4 giant cement blocks on there, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I knew right away what was going to happen. They were going to use them to block the right-of-way so that we couldn't access the back lot. So that is what happened. I tried to stop it. I tried so hard, and I was like, I know that we have a right-of-way. I know we have paperwork. There's a right-of-way. You cannot block it, right? But you know what you're supposed to do? Because I tried calling the police. The police did come, and they did nothing. They just looked on as the cement blocks were put in place. Like, I was, like, hysterical. I was freaking out because I was like, we are so screwed if they block this right-of-way. So, they got away with it for ages. We had to get a lawyer, which we super couldn't afford. Like, as soon as there was anything about lawyers, I'm just like, well, obviously we're going to lose, right? I mean, we're the poor ones in this situation. Are we seriously going to win a legal battle against someone that can just keep throwing money at the problem? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I think the police probably only came just to keep an eye on me because I seemed like I was, like, crazy. Which is like, yeah, that's because you're fucking up my life. Like, what? You're totally fucking up my life. Like, to me, it seemed like what was happening was just completely illegal. But the problem is, because it's a civic issue. So since it's a civic issue, it's not really a police thing because it's not a criminal, right? So you have to sue them. That's how you resolve it then. That's what it means to have it be a civic issue. That you have to sue them. So, like, whether you can afford to sue them, like, yeah, is it that way for trespassing too? Do you have to sue the person if someone's bothering you and trespassing on your land? I don't know. The whole thing was so fucked up. So it completely fucked up our living situation, like, big time. It affected our lives so much. It was crushingly devastating for our family. After that event, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like I had a nervous breakdown because, like, I couldn't understand that this could have happened. Like, it seemed so unfair, and it kind of, like, broke my worldview. It broke my unrealistic ideas about how things work. Like, I was like, see, here I was thinking you had to follow the rules, and I'm wrong. You know, like, it felt like it was just breaking my mind. Like, it was breaking my mind. I mean, I guess that's, maybe that's like what an ego death is, right? My way of thinking had an error and it had to be killed off, adjusted. I don't know, certain things like whenever it seems like there's right in front of my face in real life proof that someone is like an awful person, I still try to kind of like sort of just back away from it, shy away from it, and go back to thinking that people are good. Because I just feel so much better that way. And I do feel like it served me well, thinking that people are good. But, like, the man who was there was a man came. I didn't mention in the story that a man came from the business, from the developer. It wasn't actually, like, the head guy, but he came and watched. And I got angry at him. I spoke to him on the phone, and I was angry at him on the phone and cursing. But I didn't say anything insane like he said I did. He said I had said something crazy to the cops. See, he was trying to totally be like, look at this nutty neighbor here I gotta deal with, right? And I was so upset, but it's like, yeah, that's because of this. And I totally explained it all, like, I still don't really get it. Like, why the fuck were they able to just block our right-of-way? Like, we had paperwork. We were standing there with paperwork that showed this is a right-of-way. And he was just having a guy deliver cement blocks to block it. And the police were just like, okay. Like, what the fuck? So, in other words, does that mean that if I had a right-of-way that I could just decide to block it from people? Like, if they just pissed me off, I could just block it? And then I'll just leave it blocked until they get a lawyer to make me move them? Like, what? Is that... It's really confusing for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still Alice trying to walk around here, and it's getting harder and harder, I tell you. It is. Like, some things I really defend. I don't want to let go of my idea of, especially that people are good people. Like, one of my things probably that's really unrealistic, too, is, like, I put a lot of trust into different people that they mean well, and like different professions, like a teacher, like a doctor or pharmacist, like, because it just seems too scary not to. But maybe it's not that realistic. Scary.